Hello, today we're going to take a look at month-end inventory of listings within TMLS that the seller is noted as an iBuyer. So we've got about 3 or 4 entities in here. iBuyers were famously made aware by Zillow and their flame out in terms of overpaying for listings. They're no longer in the market right now. Open Door and Mark Spain are probably the two largest in terms of market share with it. So I want to take a look at month-end inventory with these listings. So a couple stats in terms of their percentage market share for all the ones where there's an iBuyer with the status of active. I looked at specifically Cary, Apex, and Morrisville. They accounted for 7% of month-end listings with there. Here's something I found pretty interesting as well, and this will kind of be reinforced when I go to the slides further down the road. In TMLS, the new listings that iBuyers had in October was less than 1% of the total. So it's the first time since I've been tracking this that they've been below 1%. These are new listings added during the month. Back in June, they accounted for 12% of listings added in those 3 towns. So that's a huge drop off in terms of that. What we're going to do is we're going to look at Open Door listings with a status of active. They're located in Cary, Apex, or Morrisville. And have analysis of days on market, analysis of current list price versus original list price, analysis of current list price with the price that Open Door paid to the prior owner. So let's dig in and see what some of these things show up. There are 30 listings at the end of the month with status of active located in 3 towns, and Open Door is listed as the seller. They accounted for 7% within those 3 towns of month end. The average year built of those listings was 1999, which I hope the math is correct, saying that those houses were 23 years old. So interestingly, those are fairly old houses, and that's probably going to be an explanation for some of the metrics that you see coming up. First slide we're going to look at average days on the market. For the overall market for all listings within Cary, Apex, and Morrisville, we're at 36. Open Door listings at 93. I'm going to look at the list price to original list price ratio. Status of active, the whole market's about 97%. So what that means is for all the listings that are on the market, the average percentage change between original list price and current list price is about 3%. When you go to Open Door listings, they're at 89%. So big difference between those two. Now, if we just look at the Open Door listings at month end, the average percentage change between current list price and price paid to the owner was at -7%. That's a fairly decent haircut. When I looked at those 30 and I sorted them by percentage change, there was a decent amount of them where the percentage change was -10% or greater. So what's up with that? Sure enough, it was most of those were purchased by Open Door in May and June. Remember, their purchase price are based on algorithms. No appraiser, no real estate agent goes out there and does a CMA or an appraisal on it. So these are all algorithms. And as Zillow found out, the algorithms can make a mistake. So for the most part, when they purchased the houses in May and June, they're using first quarter closed listings, which was the peak of the market. And you can see what happens. You get a fairly big haircut with that. So pretty interesting in terms of where these listings are at right now. That's all I've got on this. For additional reports on topics pertaining to the RTP residential market, please subscribe to the TAR Reports at www.tarreport.com.